Welcome to Discovery! Roll the intro, please. Welcome everyone to a brand new episode of Discovery. I keep saying that a brand new episode and then it's 100 weeks old, but welcome to episode 101. Last week we celebrated the special 100th episode of Discovery, which was a significant milestone for me. We explored new bands and finally witnessed the release of Winter Sun's Time too. It was about fucking time they released an album, making a truly memorable episode. On this episode, we'll be diving into some more epic heavy metal, exploring more black metal, and featuring a mellow death band that has recently produced an okay album. Before we begin, feel free to share your favorite discoveries in the comments below. Let's get started. From now on, there will be no metalcore or deathcore featured on Discovery. To be honest, I've lost interest in these genres as they seem repetitive, with metalcore and deathcore tracks sounding too similar with their predictable fucking breakdowns. Therefore, deathcore and metalcore are banned on this channel, and you can see deathcore and metalcore on my other channel, Jamie Horsley. I aim to concentrate on metal, showcasing the best and worst of the genre, providing recommendations. Metalcore and deathcore are hindering my exploration, so they're being left behind. It's time to move forward. So get in the fucking bin. Anyway, if you don't like it, well, it's my channel and I can do whatever I want. If I don't want to talk about these two juvenile genres, I won't. It's not fun for me anymore. So I'm nuking them. I'm dropping a bomb on their asses. If you don't like it, there's the back button and kindly get the fuck out of here. Okay, so now we can get on with this week's Discovery. So we are kicking off with Discovery in a very positive way, with a UK heavy metal band that just released a new album and first album in 6 years. It's none other than Blitzkrieg, and the self-titled album Blitzkrieg, released September 6th through Mighty Music. Take a listen. This is a really good record. I love the songwriting, those meaty riffs. The production is top notch, maintaining that old school heavy metal aesthetic with an organic sound. And I particularly enjoy the tone of the snare. Brian Ross's vocals are impressive, delivering an adventurous theme primarily focused on horror, with standout solos like Above the Solo that are truly mouth-watering. Tracks like You Won't Take Me Alive and Vertigo showcase hard-hitting moments and interesting vocal scaling and guitar work. The infectious tone of the riffs is captivating. While I don't consider it to be like the best heavy metal album of the year, that goes to the Legends Judas Priest, I still believe this is a solid offering. I appreciate the keyboards and progressive elements scattered throughout the album, the dark atmospheric themes in The Night He Came Home, clearly referencing Michael Myers here, with guitar melodies and keyboards reminiscent of John Carpenter's Halloween theme. Unnotable. Also notice a similar haunting melody in Shining Svart Industrial Liga. Whether it's the headbanging track, I Am His Voice, or the epic closer, Aphrodite's Kiss, with that amazing emotional filled solo, this album is truly awesome. Therefore, I'm giving it a solid 75%. So definitely listen to it. So next up on Discovery, mellow death band Wolfheart and the new album Draconian Darkness, released September 6th through Raining Phoenix Music. Take a listen. I'm going to be brutally honest with this. This album didn't do much for me. I was bored and found myself wanting to listen to something else. While there are some good guitar work and hard-hitting solos like Grave, along with nice piano melodies and solos, the main issue lies in the production. It felt fucking soulless, lacking organic warmth, which was a significant drawback. To be frank, I've never been a big fan of Wolfheart, and this album failed to win me over. It sounds like generic melodeath, lacking excitement or innovation. The addition of symphonies and orchestras doesn't captivate me, making this album overall quite disappointing. I desired more substance, but it ended up being run-of-the-mill melodeath. While I acknowledge that there is some atmospheric and epic quality to the album, the songs themselves fall fucking short. Trial by Fire stands out with good vocals by Tobos, featuring harsh and aggressive growls, along with nice clean vocals. However, the riffs and songs feel generic, and the abrupt fade-outs, especially after a great solo like in Trial by Fire, are fucking frustrating. Despite some nice guitar work, I am inclined to give this album a very low score. It doesn't stand out as a great or even good album, except for The Gale, which is generally enjoyable with its beautiful clean guitar intro. The final song also has its moments with its epic, bombastic drumming and nice guitar scaling, which slightly elevates from a 30%. After several listens, each time I find myself wanting to switch to other better albums released during this week. Hence, I'm giving this album a 40%. While it has some good moments overall, it falls below average and doesn't compare to the outstanding albums we've seen this year. Get in the fucking bin. This album wasn't great. Don't listen to it. Stay the fuck away from it. Okay, next up, we're going to Misanthropia. And we're talking about the good shit now. Not this fucking pathetic Wolfheart album that bored me to fucking tears. I wanted to stick a fork right in my eye. That's how boring it was. This is the album I wanted to go back to. It's none other than the Netherlands band Misanthropia and the album Envy the Dead, released September 6. This album is very good, not great, but still very good. It blends thrash and death metal elements while predominantly being a melodic black metal album with excellent riffs, solos and orchestral touches, all while maintaining those thrash and death metal influences. It's quite an innovative album. I've listened to a few Misanthropia albums before and they didn't sound like this. Their previous works were more symphonic and epic, akin to bands like Dimmu Borgir. However, this album leans more towards thrash with fewer symphonic elements. The standout solos, particularly in the River Dumpling, are impressive. The album's themes revolve around horror, possibly referencing Jack the Ripper, which adds to the engaging nature of this melodic black metal offering. While there are hints of progressive elements, the brilliant songwriting shines throughout the album, from the captivating guitar riffs to the frenetic percussion, creating a war of sound and a vocalist's blackened shrieks. The album is a delight. Tracks like Malediction and Laughter may remind you of Dimmu Borgir, but the album transitions into a thrash-heavy sound while maintaining its melodic black metal essence. Standout tracks like Maze of Madness, with its intense fucking death metal flurries and Prosperity of Cocaine, keep the momentum going. A Deadly Embrace, A Sinister's Grace serves as a fitting conclusion, tying together themes from Envy the Dead. The eerie guitar work in Coughing in the Coffin House and haunting synth elements make it a standout track. Overall, the album is solid from start to fucking finish, and I would rate it a 70%. It's a good score, but nothing really blew me away. I just enjoyed it. It was satisfying to my ears, so I think a 70% rating is fair. The Finnish epic black metal band Bloody Valkyria released a debut album, Kingdom in Fire. So I recently discovered this album and I thought it was fantastic. If you enjoy that epic metal sound with flutes, horns and orchestral elements, you'll definitely enjoy this. The album has a monumental sound similar to Fahrenheit, Caladan Brood, Aldemar and the legendary band Summoning. The beautiful synth arrangements mixed with great instrumentals, harsh vocals and heavy metal influences caught my attention. I wanted to feature this on Discovery because I believe it deserves to be heard. Despite missing its release initially, I still consider it a recent discovery. The soundscapes on this album transport you into a mystical world surrounded by war, where you can almost hear the warriors battling each other. The album has a medieval sound with ruthless fucking percussion and excellent guitar work. The melodies are infectious and the vocals are raw and at times harrowing, typical of black metal. From start to finish, this album is a beautiful album. My favourite song is Flames Upon a Bridge, and I particularly enjoy the Iron Maiden-esque guitar vibes on Burning Citadel. While the production is very good, I believe using fewer cymbals, like drum cymbals, like fewer China cymbals would have improved the sonic quality, as they tend to stand out in an annoying way at times. Overall, I would rate this album for 75%. You see, Metal Archives has this released in March, but I looked at Bandcamp's band's page and it said it was released on September 6th. So who do I believe? This is a fresh release. It's a September release. Interesting. Rivendell, an Austrian epic black metal band, released their fourth studio album Unsung Tales on September 6th. Take a listen. The band has been around since 2000, with the mastermind behind Rivendell being a single man named Falagar, who handles all instrumentals and vocals. Overall, Unsung Tales is a good album by Rivendell, immersing listeners in a lore of the Lord of the Rings and Elvish territory. The record features brilliant melodies with vocals that range from blackened to clean throughout. The album incorporates accordion, piano, folkier instruments, horns, and clean acoustic guitars. Rivendell's sound is reminiscent of, you could say, Summoning. Even the album cover and lore bears similarities to Summoning's style. Compared to the previous album that was just recently on, bloody Valkyria, Unsung Tales has a more folkier sound, especially evident in songs like Nimrodal, which features beautiful guitar work and mainly clean vocals that transition to blackened shrieks. The percussion is solid but simple, and the guitar melodies, particularly in tracks like Grey Havens, are infectious. The Crown is another standout track that showcases the band's prowess. Overall, Unsung Tales is a good album, but falls short of greatness. Some parts may feel tedious or even boring, but the melody serves as the record's saving grace. The vocals, both clean and harsh, can occasionally sound off-key, in my opinion. I rate this album a 65%. Fans of folky, epic, atmospheric black metal should check it out, as there is a strong atmospheric quality present throughout the album. And now we already hit the main event for this discovery. It's none other than the Finnish black metal band Aethyrick, who have dropped another album, Death is Absent, set to be released on September 13th. This band never disappoints, and Death is Absent is another brilliant album from Aethyrick. While I owned the album Apotheosis, released in 2021, I couldn't get Pilgrimage, which is disappointing. Nevertheless, Death is Absent is a terrific album from start to finish, featuring thunderous percussion, great guitar work, and absolutely amazing fucking melodies, showcasing the excellence of Finnish black metal. Horner is also set to release an album in the next few months, highlighting the thriving Finnish black metal scene with bands like Bloody Valkyria, Curse Upon a Prayer, In Vain, and Aaron, among others, releasing stellar albums this year. The subtle synths on Death is Absent, creating a captivating atmosphere, and the production quality is fantastic, giving the music an organic feel. The Fire That Sires the Sun is a terrific album opener with an evil, haunting guitar medley. The Hands of Fate stands out as one of my favourite tracks, with its spiraling guitar medley and chord progression, reminiscent of like 90s black metal, creating an evil and intense fucking sound. The vocals, as always, are strong on an Aethyrick album, and this release is no exception. The incorporation of slow, progressive elements adds depth and interest to the album. I do have to shout out the last song, Only Junipers Grow on My Grave. While the songwriting is solid, in my honest opinion, Death in Absence doesn't quite reach the heights of Pilgrimage or even Apotheosis. It's a good album, but falls short of being great. Time will tell if it becomes one of the best black metal albums of the year, but I did enjoy it. Therefore, for Aethyric's brand new album, Death is Absence, I'll score it a 75%. While I love Aethyrick, after listening multiple times, I feel there are stronger albums this year, as well as in their discography, than Death is Absent. That's it for Discovery this week. I have an announcement regarding the season finale of Discovery, which will take place in mid-December before the end of year lists are released. Season 7 of Discovery is set to return in mid-January 2025 and will continue throughout the rest of 2025. I've been receiving a lot of promos lately and I'm hoping to get my hands on the new Opeth album soon. I'm pulling some strings to secure a copy. Additionally, I'm eager to review the new Horner album. You, the audience, voted for the next album ranking with 47% of you choosing Grand Belial's Key. The album ranking for Grand Belial's Key will be released later this week. So let me know what you discovered down below. It's been fun, and I'll see you in the next one.